What is that hairstyle that can be plaited by a pregnant woman? And they make them comfortable in such a situation. So if you're there, I would like you to extend near. Well, yes, welcome to our YouTube channel. My name is Ramramba Morris, aka Proud Mkonjo. And yes, here it is. Welcome to Knowing My Hairstyle. Yes, this is the channel that you will always find different types of hairstyles, and I always have to let you know about those hairstyles before you do them. So this time around, we are going to look at what is that hairstyle that can be plaited by a pregnant woman. So catch up with me and we see all these styles that a pregnant woman can do, and they make them comfortable in such a situation. But before we go far, I would like you to make it a point by clicking on the red button, ring the bell, so that you be the first person to watch all these videos. We always talk about like those hairstyles that pregnant women can do, and they always have to make them look good according to their situation. And yes, there are very many hairstyles that we always do, but there are those particular ones that those people who are pregnant are supposed to plait. So if you're there, I would like you to extend near so that you can see this. And maybe if there is another hairstyle that I've left out, please, you can still go right in the comment section, add it in there so that someone else can see it very, very well. So this time around, as we all know, when someone is pregnant, there are certain situations that we need to consider, like us, the hairstylists, whenever we are going to do their hair. First and foremost, what I know, like me myself, according to the experience, they tend like to sweat a lot. Like you'll find that these people don't need something that touches their face and something that is going to be huge on their head. So it means these people will always want something that is very simple in the maintenance and how to style them. And that's when I come to you and say, if possible, we need to do things that are very short or things that are puffy when they're not heavy and when they're not too much. You understand? So yeah, for the way this person will be able maybe sometimes to wash, and maybe even sometimes when she's trying to style it, it becomes very easy for this person to do. So for this time around, my number one style is going to be the spongy dread. And yes, this I always recommend it very, very well, because I know when it comes to that, seriously, it works a lot. Why am I recommending this? For the spongy dread, of course, when we are doing it, you will find that, yes, according to the hair extension that we use, sometimes we might use the soft kinky, others use the afro kinky bulky. It is also very, very nice. But the most important thing about this hairstyle is that for it itself, it is short and it is in one position. So this person is going to feel like her hair is not on, like her hair is short, you understand? So it is going to give her comfort, and when it comes to maintaining, this person is not going to stress herself when it comes, like maybe in the morning. You know, sometimes we do this kind of a hairstyle and you need like in the morning you have to style it, you have to overspray, you have to make it look good. But when it comes to this spongy dread, other people call it a low cut, you'll find like it is very, very easier that you will have to add on a hair cap in the night when you're going to sleep, even if you don't put on a hair bonnet. But the other hair cap, we call it like a weave cap, something like a wig cap. You just add it on top, it is very tight, you add it on top, and then in the morning you just have to remove it. then you find your hair still the way it was. And even when you're trying to spray it, it is very, very simple when it comes to spraying. And then another thing is that it is very easy that anytime you feel like washing, it is also very fine to wash. So you wash and then you treat it. It is very, very okay. So my number one hairstyle would have been that one, because I know it is going to give you a comfort and still it lasts longer. Not only that, still remember, when you're pregnant, sometimes you feel like you're not looking good. You understand? Like you feel like you have lost it all. You feel like you're not comfortable. So you always want to look good and young. And when they cut it very nicely, it always looks young. You understand? Now the question here is, there is someone who is not going to look good in that hairstyle, and still I have to talk about this person, of course. So if you're there and you'd want to do this hairstyle, you shouldn't be having a short forehead. When I say a short forehead, I mean these corners. You can look at mine, they're really long. So for you, when you have them short, like you don't see this, that means it's going to be hard for you to do this particular hairstyle. But for that one with long forehead, they will always look perfect, and it will always be very nice to that hairstyle. So that one is my first hairstyle. And then another hairstyle that we're supposed to do is the Afro Spring. Of course, yes, I can also recommend the Afro Spring, just because for the Afro Spring, it is also in one position. The way that when you do it, we just trim it like the way you can see it is one position, and it is not also going to disturb you when it comes to these other things of spraying and doing anything. It is not going to disturb you. So I would also try to recommend that for you people to do it, because it is also very nicely. And in fact, for it does not care about the forehead. Even if you have a long forehead and a short forehead, it will always be very, very perfect for you guys. You understand what I'm saying? And then another hairstyle that I can choose for you, it is doing the box braids, or we can do the knotless braids. But this time around, it is not going to be very, very packed. You understand? We are just going to do something that is very simple. We need something that is spaced but well organized. So that means we have to do something that is few on the head. And when I say few on the head, that means it just have to be just a small puff for you guys, because I know when it is this, it is also going to help you a lot. By the time, I would always recommend you to do the ones with kinky, because that one, at least I'm very comfortable knowing that it will be very easy for you in maintenance, in the way that when you feel like the sweat is too much and you feel like you want to wash it, or you can even wash it and it dries as soon as possible. That is the good thing when it comes to the kinky. You understand? And now another one, I would recommend you to do the dreadlocks. Okay? And when we do the dreadlocks, when I say this means you have to do a temporary dreadlocks. We don't mean to do the permanent, no, the temporary dreadlocks. Remember, I'm trying to give you something that you can do and still protects your hair. By the time you want to remove it, your hair remains protective. So for the temporary dreadlocks, this is also very, very perfect. Since it stays for like 1 year, it means this person can do it in 4 months time. When you're pregnant, like 4 months time, and by the time you reach and you want to do something that is faster, that means you shall be coming to the salon just to do the repair. You understand? And you think if we say about the repair, just washing, we do the repair. So I think even when we look at the dreadlocks, it is also very, very perfect for that person who is pregnant. And then my lastly hairstyle, the one that I can choose for you, is the spring twist. Yes guys, the spring twists, I love them so much. Number one, it is very light on the head, and another thing is like plaiting it is always also very fast. Now since it's a crochet, you're going to plait it this way. Like after you're done, they're going to style it and it looks like this. Now when they style it to look like that, that means this hairstyles is just going to, I always advise guys not just styling with pins. When we are working on pregnant women, you don't have to style it with pins. You always have to use a thread. You saw, so this one is also very firm. The style is not going to come out. You know, when it comes to spring twist, it's very easy to style. And now we're going to sew it with a thread. So that's why I can say that this one is very perfect, because it is very easy to style. So after plaiting it, you just style it and you look very, very good. So that one is also my hairstyle for those ones who are pregnant. And the way I say that, those ones who still have those hairstyles that maybe I might have left out, please, you can go right in the comment section, write it there, and maybe we can add it on in our other videos so that people can know about those hairstyles. Before even forgetting about something else, we also need to consider the cornrows. You understand? Yes, the cornrows, but this time around we are just going to do it somehow very different. I wouldn't think that we are supposed to do these cornrows that go behind. Remember, this person doesn't need something that is touching her at all. So I should always also recommend us to do cornrows that can hold a puff. As long as we do the cornrows that holds a puff, it is also very, very perfect. But for the cornrows, I do advise, like, maybe at those last days, okay, at those last days, because if we cannot say that we do them when you're still like 6 months. Of course, you will always go to the salon, because we know cornrows in a month they will also always be out. So we just consider this to look good, or maybe what I like about them, as they plait them, they are faster. You understand? Yes, it is fast, but now we need to do it within that week, maybe for the delivery, so that this person looks good after it all. Then finally, I think we can do something that is curly also. But something that is curly, I wish it shouldn't be something like a fringe. No way. We just have to do something that goes behind, and if possible, we trim it not over fall behind. You understand? Yes, so we can also choose, like on those, the Frenchy curls, spiral curls, that also very, very perfect. One thing is that they're very light on the head and they're washable. So that's why I also recommend anything that comes to that. So please, if you have any other hairstyle that maybe you'd recommend, because there are some people always do this mistake, and I always want to correct it. And the mistake they always do is that those ones who always feel like maybe doing a short pixel cut, the short piece, they feel like, yeah, it does it well. But I know sometimes it is very hard for them. So it means when I come back, I'm going to be showing you those hairstyles that you who is pregnant is not supposed to do, because even if you try them, they're going to disturb you. So that will be our next video for you guys, so that we can also analyze and see those hairstyles, and maybe we know more about them before we do them. This is Knowing My Hairstyle, and I'm Maurice Ramramba Proud Mkonjo, and aka most people call me Maurice the Crochet Master. For now, I'm gonna be signing out, but may the Lord keep blessing you all, and stay on this channel to know more about your hairstyle. Bye bye. See you in my other next video.